Well, hello and welcome to Henry Clark's Band in the Box channel, right? And again, on my channel, right, I look at ways to get production improvements and things like that using the Band in the Box product. And first of all, happy holidays, right? It's December, so happy holidays to you all. Well, a question that I've been getting a lot lately through the website or different forums, right, is should I upgrade? People have been asking me, should I upgrade because Bad in the Box 2022 is out? So this is my opinion now, right? So some people are probably going to disagree because that's what people do, I mean, I did a thing about you don't have a song if you don't have a melody, and this thread just went nuts. People just went nuts with their opinions, right? Some people even said they don't even use Band in the Box for. Most people don't use Band in the Box for composing music. I don't know about that one, right? But anyway, to each his own. But this is my opinion on 2022 and whether you should upgrade. Now, I will say, full disclosure, is that I have ordered 2022, but I have songs in flight. In other words, I have songs I'm working on. So I'm going to upgrade, but I haven't actually upgraded yet. That's my reason, is because I have songs in flight. But it appears on the surface anyway that Band in the Box 2022 is an actual great product, and it's definitely worth upgrading to. For one thing, is they have what they call micro chords, right? Where you can actually add extra chords on a single beat, right? So you want to, you can do that now, right? And I know some people are clamoring for something like a capability like that, right? And that's great, Also, you can actually, it has where you can have separate drum stems. There were people who wanted to pull out the snare or pull out the kick, maybe add extra tones to it, right? And you can do that. Now, again, there are a lot of major improvements in the product. What I have noticed, though, in having a channel is that most people, at least on my channel anyway, they don't even use a lot of the stuff that's actually embedded inside of the product, or they consistently come back to me and say, well, you know what? I didn't know I could do that, right? Because there is a learning curve associated in using this product. But I will say that it's definitely worth upgrading. Again, there was a saying, what is it? It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, right? I heard that somewhere. I think maybe it could have been Fred Sanford. I don't know. But anyway, and it's true though, that it's nice to have some capabilities just in case you need them. And again, you just got to learn how to use them. And of course, they're going to have tutorials out there. I'll probably have some tutorials out there on how to do different things. But what I have noticed is that songs I hear in different forms, they're not that complicated, So maybe you guys are not using a lot of the features that are embedded inside of the product, or maybe you don't have time to do that, or maybe it's just that extra complicated, right? In trying to learn how to do some of those things. I know people love MIDI. I did a couple of tutorials on MIDI, right? And people still are struggling with how to get it working, It's not an easy thing. It's not easy to use VSTs and things like that. But anyway, I digress. This is about should you upgrade. And I would say this about 2022 and Band in the Box as a whole, though, is that I think the greatest thing they ever did was in 2021 when they added utility tracks. I mean, that to me was everything, because just having that many tracks available to you made a big difference. But again, there are some great improvements in 2022. And of course, you've got real tracks, you've got some extra real tracks, that you've got some extra styles that may benefit you. You've got some vocal compositions that maybe help you in your songwriting as you move forward, right? Those things, I'm sure that's absolutely fantastic, So from that perspective, I would say upgrade. However, you have to make the decision based on your budget and what are you going to use it for. Now, through December 31st, of course, and I'm an Ultra Pack guy, right? And I love the hard drive versions. Before, I used to have all these downloads, these multiple downloads and installs and all that kind of stuff, right? But the product is getting bigger and bigger and bigger from a disk space perspective, right? So I found that just getting the hard drive version was so much better. And also, it was plug and play. You just plug it in the USB port and you're kind of off and running, right? I absolutely love that, right? And I can do an upgrade from 2021 to 2022 through December 31st for I think it was around like 149 bucks, right? And I think it was previous versions, it was like 169, you know. So I think it's worth the investment. If you've already invested, you know, in the product, if you've already what I call bit the bullet in buying it, right? You probably just want to go ahead and upgrade it. Even if you don't use it today, you know, you may end up using some of those features later. So that's where I'm at from an upgrade perspective. Of course, there are more styles, new styles, things like that, right? Another full disclosure is that it will never ever be my only tool, because I noticed even with the newer styles and featured instrumentalists that they use, it's still more country influence. It's still more rock influence. If you're a country guy, if you're a rock guy, that's absolutely great. But for me, a soul and an R&B guy, right? It will only ever be just another tool in my toolkit. And it's nothing wrong with being a country guy. It's nothing wrong with being a rock guy, right? I'm just saying, for me, it will just be a tool because I like to do other types of music, and they don't seem to be geared as much toward the style of music that I like to do. So, but would I upgrade? Absolutely, absolutely, I would upgrade again. Whether I use it today or whether I use it tomorrow, right? I would like to have that capability of being able to use the different functionality and some of the new stuff that's embedded within the new program, you know. So, again, based on your budget and based on how you want to use it, I would say you can make the choice on whether you wish to upgrade or not. I know some people are using 2016 versions, 2017 versions, right? And it's funny because a lot of times when they do that, and I'll do a song, and they'll ask me, well, what version did you use, or what do you have, you know, right? And again, or I have the pro pack and I don't like those the styles. I don't have the styles that you said you use, you know. Well, again, I'm a big ultra pack guy, you know, not necessarily the other ultra pack or pro, but just ultra pack, because I want all those styles at my disposal. So that's where I'm at from an upgrade perspective. I've given you my opinion. I'm sure there are going to be some people that are going to differ, but I've given you my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. And you can go from there, right? And I will see you guys again in 2022 with more tutorials. I felt like it was useless to do a tutorial now on 2021 with the new product out, because by the time I get the tutorial done, right, it could be dated, you know. So I didn't want to do that. So I'll be doing more tutorials as we go forward in 2022. And again, you can also listen to any of my compositions out on my YouTube channel. Some are banned in the box and some are not. So again, happy holidays to you all, right? Make the decision on the upgrade. Me, myself, I'm going to upgrade, right? Again, I probably won't use it right away, but I will upgrade as soon as possible, and we will go from there. See you guys next time, okay? Bye.